This is a very intense scorpionic sign. This is, we want to go deep. We want to research. We want to find out the root cause of this trauma, or we are in the root cause of our trauma. And sometimes it's hard to see that we are projecting that on others. But this trine to Neptune at 29 degrees of Pisces is going to help us see where we can heal. Welcome to the Story of Spirit podcast, where practical spirituality meets real life. Hi, I'm your host, She Tells Story. I'm a psychic medium, grief support counselor, professional astrologer, and a human design reader, and of course, a law of attraction master coach. With my unique blend of spiritual and practical tools, I am here to help you align with your soul-led purpose and ignite a life that sets your soul on fire. In this podcast, we are going to explore the principles of energy, astrology, spirituality, and psychology to help you heal your grief and create an aligned life and business from the inside out. Whether you are looking to deepen your intuition, understand your cosmic design, or transform your business, this podcast is for you. Join me each week for insightful discussions, practical tips, and inspiring stories that will guide you on your journey to living your very best life. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on Instagram at She Tells Story or wherever you listen to this podcast. Let's dive in and start this transformative journey together. Welcome to the Story of Spirit podcast. Welcome to the Astro Forecast for the week of December 8th through to the 14th. We started out this week on Monday, December 8th, with a Leo moon in the third quarter phase, meaning the moon is losing light, and Leo is a very bright and sunshiny sign. The sun literally rules Leo, and this is a energy of fun, of partying, of wanting to express and tell a good story and be around people that makes you feel really good about yourself. But this energy can also lend itself to feeling like you are being taken for granted, or you feeling like you're not being appreciated. So Leo requires acknowledgement. It requires, just say thank you. Just acknowledge that I did the thing for you, just say thank you for that. So you might just notice that you might feel a little irritated when people take you for granted this week, or they're just not acknowledging your contribution. So just be aware of that for yourself and maybe ask for what you need, right? Just say, hey, maybe next time just say thank you. Right? It's not a big deal. So on Monday, December 8th, we have Mars square to Saturn. This is a bit of a tense energy to start out the week. This is a feeling of hitting obstacles or delays in your plans. Discipline and patience are tested, requiring realistic evaluation of energy and resources. Challenges now are meant to teach you endurance and strategic action. If it's not the time, it's because something better is coming in, or something has to be tweaked, right? The door's not opening for you in this moment in time because it's not the right time. Something has to shift with your energy, or perhaps it's just not your door, right? So noticing where you're feeling blocked. Now, this Mars square to Saturn can feel like you want to rebel, you want to break out of the box, you get really frustrated, and Mars square to anything can mean accidents or being impatient. So this is a time, especially on Monday, I would say even Sunday, Monday, to not rush anything, to really be mindful of your energy, of your time. This is energy of like hitting every red light on the way to work. This is like you're running behind and you drop something, so just being mindful that the timing for today is not going to be on the timing that you desire. And I'm going to say this aspect is going to be in play for most of the week. So this is really allowing you, it's testing you to stay patient and to notice where a redirection is protection. Okay. On Wednesday, December 10th, we have Neptune direct. So Neptune is a very slow moving outer planet, and it's been sitting at this 29 degree of Pisces for a while. This is the last time it's going to be in Pisces now for another 100 and some years. So it's going to move forward very, very shortly. It's sitting on, and by move forward, I mean start to speed up relative to the Earth. So in its trajectory relative to the Earth around the sun, it is going slower than the Earth. And now it's going to start to speed up and pick up speed, but it's going to sit at this 29 degree of Pisces, and 29 degree is an anaretic degree. So it's a place where we have been already before, because Neptune did move into Aries for a short time and then it came back. So it's been at this degree now 3 times in the last year. So the first time was 29 degrees direct at March 2025. Then it went retrograde October, November, December, sitting at the 29 degree of Pisces. And then it will go back over this degree and come into Aries in January 26, 2026. So just like think back to these three times. They're going to be linked somehow, and they can be linked through confusion. This is about internal reflection to get spiritual direction, creativity, intuitive insights will start to come to the surface. It's a moment to integrate lessons during these Neptune retrograde, which was again from July 4th to December 10th that Neptune was retrograde. Now, it's a very slow, subtle planet of spirituality, connection to the divine, our empathy, compassion, kindness for all. Notice how that's kind of affecting you, and where your dreams are aligning with your reality, because Neptune retrograde is almost like it's showing you where the illusion is, it's showing where you're not stepping into your purpose and mission, right? Neptune is what your soul is speaking to you, and are you listening to that? Trusting your intuition, completing spiritual or creative projects. Now, avoid, notice where you're avoiding responsibility, or notice where you are escaping. Escapism is Pisces and Neptune and Pisces, of wanting to just like smoke a bunch of weed, not pay attention to the pain in your body, just take a bunch of Advil, not noticing why are you feeling this pressure. True story. I notice when I'm feeling financial pressure, I have shoulder issues. Like I hold it in my traps. And since I've just been really releasing that stress, I haven't had the need to go get a massage in like 6 months. Usually it's like ultimate self-care because I get headaches because my neck and shoulder muscles were so tight. But the more I started paying attention to my body and starting to really, regulate myself in moments where money was kind of tight, or we got an emergency, a bill, or something happened, we are just like, okay, it's always going to be okay. Everything is always working out for me. Let's look at our finances. What are we tetrising around a little bit here? And this is only temporary. This is also a beautiful lesson. And it's such a difference in my own body. So just noticing that, noticing your body, the subtle energies that are coming up for you. Also on Wednesday, December 10th, we have Mercury opposite Uranus. This is going to be a week, my friends, of patience. Okay. I'm just going to tell it right now. I should have said it at the beginning. I'm saying it now. This Mercury opposite Uranus is like a Mercury retrograde. Nothing is going to go according to your agenda. Okay. This is like everything is going to kind of get thrown for a loop, and for a reason, right? It's not just, for no reason. This is about change for the sake of betterment, for evolution, right? Uranus rules evolution, and it's technology, it's brilliance, but it's also earthquakes, right? It's the shakeup that makes you want to wake up. So, with Mercury opposite Uranus, Mercury is the mind, our thought processing, our agenda, what we're talking about, what we're writing about, our working day. And Uranus is going, no, we are going to have unexpected changes and shifts in our day. So, this can also bring about genius ideas, out of the box thinking, solutions that you would never have thought of because your day created a way of being and thinking that made these things come to the surface. So, this could be brilliance here, breaking free from outdated mental patterns, embracing innovation. Conversations or ideas may feel unpredictable. Today is not a good day to have a deep conversation about something traumatic on your heart. There's going to be misunderstandings. There's just going to be a lot of shakeup. So embrace inventive solutions, challenge assumptions, adapt quickly. Do not gossip. Make sure you are checking who you are sending that text to. If you are talking about somebody you shouldn't be talking about, I shoulded on you there for a moment, but really it's about noticing what you're talking about, who you're talking about it with, and is it appropriate? Is it appropriate? Miscommunication, surprises, and impulsivity are challenges for today. So really notice that in yourself. On Thursday, December 11th, we have Mercury at the 29 degree of Scorpio. So this is a very intense scorpionic sign. We want to go deep. We want to research. We want to find out the root cause of this trauma, or we are in the root cause of our trauma. And sometimes it's hard to see that we are projecting that on others. But this trine to Neptune at 29 degrees of Pisces is going to help us see where we can heal, help us to understand the causes here that are coming up for us, our life lessons perhaps that we came here to experience. So these two coming together in a trine, which is a very harmonious aspect, is intuition and logic harmonize beautifully today. Deep understanding of subtle dynamics, creative insight is enhanced. Spiritual or artistic pursuits are supported. So tap into intuition for problem solving. Creative projects this is great for creativity. My goodness. If you're doing some sort of creative product, creative writing, tapping in, like doing a little meditation and then writing a poem, writing a story, doing any kind of writing would be amazing using this energy. And be careful because it can be really dreamy and very idealistic. So it's not good, great energy to make big decisions because everything looks possible and it might not be. Okay. Thursday, December 11th, Mercury moves into Sagittarius. Oh, this is good because now we're moving planets out of that water sign into more of, well, this is fire. So this is a motivation to get stuff done. Mercury moves into optimism, curiosity, and desire to explore new ideas. Conversations become more direct and adventurous with focus on growth, learning, travel, education, and big picture thinking. So Sagittarius is about kind of like blue sky, where it's the sign of the archer. So it's an idea, the mind, right, is going into manifestation. What's possible for me? Looking at the horizon and 2026. Oh my God, I have all these goals. But must understand that Sagittarius does not have details. This is not a detail oriented sign. This is a plow ahead sign. This is anything is possible. Don't worry about the details. The details will come later. Okay. So detail oriented signs are more like Gemini and Virgo, not Sagittarius. So just notice, you know what? It's okay. You can have big ideas right now. It's not like you're going to implement them tomorrow. It takes time to get these big ideas into play. And with Mercury in Sagittarius, it can be very blunt as I have figured this out. I have a moon in Sagittarius. I used to in my youth just say it like it is and it would hurt a lot of people's feelings. So just be careful about that. And then on Saturday, December 13th, Mars is in conjunct to Uranus. This aspect creates tension between action and the need for stability. So, unexpected changes may require you to adjust your plans. Flexibility is the key to avoid frustration. Okay, so if you're a very fixed sign, my fixed signs are Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius, right? Those four signs are fixed signs. If you have a lot of those signs in your chart, you can have a very fixed personality, meaning that when things are changing or there's a crisis, you might be like, what? Oh my God, no. Like with my husband, he's very fixed sign, which makes him super dependable, very heart centered, will oriented. He can plow through things, man. He has such willpower. But plans change all of a sudden and he needs a moment to adjust, right? But his moment to adjust looks like frustration. So if I notice, my kids don't quite know that. So whenever dad gets frustrated, I'm just like, okay, everybody, we're just going to take a deep breath. Just let dad have some space and everything will be fine, right? He's a great adapter, but he just needs a few minutes, whereas I'm very mutable, so I can dodge and weave with change. Crisis is an invitation for me to be like ingenious solutions. Let's go. Right. So just notice that. And flexibility is going to be really important this week. Also on Saturday, December 13th, Mercury is sextile to Pluto. This brings us a brilliance idea. Mental focus, transformative thinking come together. This aspect supports strategic planning, research, problem solving with depth. Power of communication can unlock new opportunities. So this is a really great energy for creating plans and sticking to your plans, wrapping presents, getting stuff done, all the last minute shopping stuff that you need to do or Christmas stuff, or if you're hosting Christmas, like this is going to be a great day to get a lot of stuff done. You have that willpower and fortitude to do so. And then on Sunday, December 14th, Mars at the 29 degree of Sagittarius is square to Neptune, 29 degrees of Pisces. This energy can feel very confusing, a lack of clarity. You feel like you're being pulled in multiple directions and you're unsure of what to do. There's no inspiration, or you feel like you want to do it all, but you can't. So this can feel frustrating, or it can feel very lazy. Like you're very lazy. This is not the day. This Sunday is a great day to do nothing. Nothing. But this energy can bleed into Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So noticing where you feel like you're just like, I don't want to do anything, or I've got so much to do that I'm just going to sit here and stare into space or scroll, right? Because you want to just relax. So this is an energy of, meditating, grounded, self-care, going to be really important on this day. Because also on this day, we have the sun in Sagittarius, which is an energy of go and fire and adventure, in conjunct to Jupiter. It wants to do all the things. Jupiter is expansion, optimism, and good luck. So this tension between these two, this is an adjustment is needed between these two planets. And it means that our personal expansion and our emotional needs are surfacing. But there's a pull between our caution and optimism, or freedom and responsibility. Like we want to go do stuff, but we're hemmed in. This is about freedom and rebellion in essence too. You want to just be free, but you can't because you got responsibility. You got to make dinner for the family. You got bills to pay. You can't just like go up and run off to the Himalayas. I don't know if you want to go to the Himalayas, but this is about not be careful with your overextending, saying yes to too many things, ignoring your own emotional needs to take care of everyone else, because this is an energy of overdoing. So, really adjusting your expectations, balancing generosity with self care, and asking yourself, what is a win win situation for everybody? We're not doing win lose anymore. You lose and everybody else wins. So, this energy is going to really permeate through Saturday, Sunday, and into Monday as well. So ask yourself, where can I create win win situations in my life? All right. So wishing you flexibility, releasing expectations, and win win situations this week. My heart is with you. Thank you for joining me on this episode of the Story of Spirit podcast. I hope you have found inspiration, support, and practical insights to help you align with your soul-led purpose and live a life that sets your soul on fire. If you have enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe to the podcast, leave a review, and share it with a friend. Your support helps us to reach more listeners and continues to provide valuable content. I sincerely appreciate every share, and I know it is how most people find me. It is because caring people like you have shared me with them at the right and perfect time. For more resources, insights, and to connect with our community, please visit us at www.shetellstory.com and follow us on Instagram at shetellstory. Remember, your journey to a more aligned and vibrant life is just the beginning, and I am here to support you every step of the way. Until next time, stay aligned, stay inspired, and keep shining your beautiful light. This is She Tells Story, signing off from the Story of Spirit podcast. Here's the legal ease that's required by our lawyers. This podcast and the YouTube channel represents the opinions of She Tells Story and her guests to the show. The content should not be taken as medical, psychological, or financial advice. This series is informational and entertainment purposes only. Because each person is so unique, please consult your healthcare professional, your mental health dream team, your financial advisor, or anyone else that's an expert in the field in where you are thinking of making big choices in your life.